want you to know that every crisis has a way of shaping you. Every crisis, whether you expected it or didn't prepare for it, is still going to shape you in some way. And it's up to you and I to decide when it comes, how are we going to navigate through it? Do we just put our head in the sand? Do we quit? Do we run? Do we just complain all the time? Some people complain, at the beginning, and that's understandable because it was different. But to keep complaining after these many months, at this point, it's time to get a plan and put a paddle in the water and start making some progress, okay? So you got to realize every crisis shapes you. Hopefully it's for the better. Truth is, I think that in a crisis it does this. The goal ought to be that it surfaces our very best and our brightest. It ought to be that during the crisis we figured out some ways to solve some problems. I don't know if you remember, but many years ago, the ice cream cone was made out of a crisis. At the New York Fair, there was ice cream being sold and they ran out of cups. And they couldn't figure out what to do, but they had all the clients waiting in line for ice cream. It was hot. And so the owner of the ice cream shop went next door where they made waffles. And he said, is there a way that you can roll that waffle so that it can contain ice cream? And that's how we got the waffle cone. It was a crisis, it was a problem, but they began to roll the waffle and people said, hey, I can not only eat the ice cream, but I can also eat the container it's in, which is a waffle. And all of that was created out of a crisis. What I'm telling you is, when a crisis comes, we ought to say, how does that make us better? How do we adapt to it? How do we evolve? And if we can do that, I think it helps.